Let us continue with our lesson, and we have successfully completed our view model, and next step is to implement all of this in our fragment. First thing is that we need to initialize this function. So let's go to the fragment over here, which is of edit task fragment. And when we have a view model, then we will go and initialize the init function. So init function, and we need to pass the context. So context, the context over here, and which is of not null. So we have this initialize the init function, and if you go to the edit task fragment, we have this button. So whenever user clicks on this button, we need to send this edit. So what we will do now is, let's go and check this one. So the button ID, we need to change it to something like edit task, and that should be okay. And let us go to the fragment over here, and over here I can say edit it should be of fav underscore edit task. So make sure it comes from edit task fragment. And when we have this one, we can say set on click listener. And when we click on this button, first thing we need to get the value is this one for this spinner. This one and this one is currently a live data, so whenever we change it, it will update. But for this one, we don't have anything to get the current value from the spinner. So we need to get the current value. So what I will do is over here, view model dot the status we need to change that value is equals to the edit task spinner dot selected the selected item. So we need to get the selected item dot to string that will update the view model status from the current spinner item that we have selected. And next step is we can just call the view model dot is the edit task function, and it's observable, so we need to observe and view lifecycle owner, and let's observe this one. And now we can check it if the it.code is equals to 201, which means it's created, and we can just go and log .e, and we can just say tag, and we can just give a message of it. Sorry, it should be of a $sign and it dot, you can say the body. And if the else part, we can just log the error. Just copy this one and paste it over here, and it should be of our error body. So that should work as expected. And the tag over here, if you don't have the tag, just make sure you add the tag. I have already added the tag over here, which is of edit tags, and just create a tag and add that one. So what we also need to do actually is over here, we need to also add a process dialog to inform the user that we are sending the data to the server. So what we will do is, let me add one. Let us go to design section, and let us add a, or I think that one we do it in the next lecture. First of all, let's go and test whether we have a working of this function or not. So let me try to run this function, or let me put a breakpoint somewhere to debug it. Okay, so let me put a breakpoint over here, and let's try to debug it. Okay, so the application is started, and what we will do now is let's check for this first item, and let us edit this one. And the edit, I will just select this one started to completed, and this is a number, and let me edit something that edit edited. Okay, then let's try to submit this one, and let's submit that one, and we are over here. So which means that is success, and it came over 201. And if we say F8, okay, so we can see that it has logged our body. So if you go to the logcat, and if you go over somewhere here, we should get the response. Yeah, which means that it has been updated successfully. And if you go to debug and run that code, and if you check on over here, and if you go to the home, that should have been updated. So let's check the first record. Okay, it's got updated. So which means that this function is working perfectly. So we just need to add some of the more options available, like let's say whenever user edit, we need to show a process dialog, and whenever user completes and whenever it was successful, then we need to show some message to the user that it has been updated successfully or it has a failure. So let's do it in the next lecture. So till then, have a great day.